While the Flash's identity revolves around his ability to outrun anyone, this speedster does have some limitations, such as the inability to outrun death. Interestingly, the DC Universe has introduced us to an entity known as the Black Flash, who is also known as the literal embodiment of death itself. When Barry Allen, Wally West, or any other Flash dies, the Black Flash shows up at the scene to return their body to the Speed Force. His origins remain to be a mystery, but we do know that the Black Flash is a powerful being who draws energy from the negative Speed Force. Some sources even suggest that Death sent the Black Flash to retrieve the bodies of these speedsters because it cannot keep up with their speed on its own. But there is still a lot of speculation surrounding his existence. Today, we will explore this deathly entity in detail and tell you all about this speedster who works as an agent of death. Now, before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What are the two different versions of Black Flash? Understanding the origins. The Black Flash has often been introduced as the literal embodiment of death, and even as a Grim Reaper, and he first appeared in the Flash comics in 1998. Created by Grant Morrison, Mark Millar, and Ron Wagner, this character is typically compared to death, and he only meets the speedsters in their dying moments as he collects their souls and takes them back to the Speed Force. The Black Flash is also similar to the Dark Flash, which was an alternate version of Wally West. The Dark Flash appeared in the comic series in June 1998, and he was an alternate version of Barry Allen from a different timeline. In this alternate world, Barry Allen had trodden down this dark path and assumed the identity of Dark Flash after being unable to save his wife's life. After the Dark Flash, two different versions of Black Flash have been introduced in the DC Universe so far. Out of these, one version of the Black Flash has made an appearance in the recent Flash Rebirth movie. In this movie, Black Flash is still introduced as Dark Flash, but his character resembles the comic version of Black Flash. In this storyline, Barry Allen travels to the past in order to save his mother from dying, but he often ends up clashing with Dark Flash, who turns out to be a younger version of himself. In a different story arc, Eobard Thawne also assumes the role of the Black Flash during the Blackest Night story arc. While Eobard Thawne is typically known as Reverse Flash, it so happens that he gets his hands on the zombie Black Lantern ring, and then he gets turned into this deathly being known as Black Flash. What is the source of the incredible energy of Black Flash? Just like any other speedster, Black Flash derives his energy from the mysterious Speed Force. However, the Speed Force is constantly in flux, and it has varying features in different comics, movies, and television series. Black Flash is also considered to be a villain, which means he does not derive his energy from the same source as Flash. In fact, he gets his energy from the negative Speed Force, which is the negative counterpart of the Speed Force. The negative Speed Force's features are the exact opposite of that of the original Speed Force, and fans do wonder about the exact inner workings of this source. The Speed Force is essentially a cosmic energy field, and it is even regarded as one of the 7 forces of the universe. The Speed Force sets reality into motion and even pushes space and time to move forward. At the core, this mystical force of energy can be equated to the mere fabric of time and space in itself, and the Speed Force can also move through reality as well as kinetic and temporal energy. The Speed Force has acted as a source of energy from the beginning of time, and it reaches out to extraordinary beings and bestows powers upon them. As we know, speedsters such as Barry Allen, Eobard Thawne, and Max Mercury rely on the Speed Force to gain energy, and this energy eventually returns to its source after their death. Since Black Flash's main job is to return this energy to the Speed Force, it makes no sense as to why he is simply not drawing his energy from the original Speed Force. There are not many clear reasons behind Black Flash's association with the negative Speed Force, but it does seem to be the primary source of his energy. One reason why he has been associated with the negative Speed Force lies in the fact that he generates red lightning while using his powers, and this color is typically a trait of the negative Speed Force. Both theories regarding the Speed Force as well as the negative Speed Force make sense, and hopefully we might get more clarity on this front when Black Flash makes his next appearance in the DC Universe. Who is faster? Black Flash or the Flash? There are many different versions of the Black Flash and Flash with varying levels of power and speed. From the television show's point of view, we can see that Black Flash has red lightning and that he relies on the negative speed force in order to gain his speed. He also always catches up to whoever he's chasing, and he seems to be as fast as Eobard Thawne as well as Barry. Black Flash also has quite an intimidating presence, and he is quite a relentless, vicious being. In this regard, Black Flash has quite an animalistic instinct that gives him a slight edge over Flash, and we can consider him to be slightly faster. Moreover, no one has ever managed to defeat Black Flash by using their speed alone, so it's safe to presume that he may be faster than other speedsters, such as the Flash. Another reason why Black Flash is faster than other speedsters lies in the fact that he has already outrun death. Moreover, Black Flash gets his energy from the Speed Force, and other speedsters like Flash tend to go slower as they get closer to death. In this scenario, someone like Black Flash, who exclusively appears in the face of death, would certainly be faster than the Flash. While other speedsters may have started their journey faster than him, Black Flash has managed to outrun them in death at the very least. On the other hand, it seems like Flash is faster than Black Flash in DC Comics. Barry Allen's Flash easily outruns the Black Flash for a period of 20 years, ranging from the events of Crisis on Infinite Earth to Infinite Crisis. We also know that Wally West's Flash is faster than Barry Allen's, so we can presume that even Wally West would be faster than Black Flash, at least in the comic series. Moreover, Wally West has also faced Black Flash in the comics, where the Flash defeated Black Flash after the latter got distracted by other speedsters. Exploring some of the incredible powers of Black Flash. While the Black Flash's powers are not explicitly stated, he is capable of many things, ranging from his ability to stop time to even entering and leaving the Speed Force at will. Most beings associated with the Speed Force are incapable of doing this, and Black Flash's ability to enter and leave this extra-dimensional energy field is quite a testament to his strength. The Black Flash once even managed to freeze time for all beings except for speedsters, which resulted in the entire world, as well as its inhabitants, freezing in their tracks, while the Black Flash and other speedsters could function as usual. Even such powerful displays of power do not reduce Black Flash's energy, and he is so powerful that even his touch is enough to kill someone. Black Flash can surpass the speed of light with ease, and his superhuman reflexes come as a byproduct of his speed, making him react to danger in an instant. But that's the obvious stuff when you're in a league of speedsters. He is also quite a durable being, and he can withstand physical harm and injuries without batting an eyelid. His body is also quite agile, and he has superhuman control over his body and mind. He has impeccable balance and coordination that surpass even the most well-trained human athletes. The Black Flash can easily make sharp turns, change course in an instant, or even move around tiny spaces without losing balance. How is the Black Flash able to manipulate time? Black Flash has the ability to perform molecular acceleration, which essentially refers to the action of speeding up the molecules of both living as well as non-living things. By accelerating these molecules, Black Flash can perform a wide variety of actions, ranging from the ability to manipulate time to even causing things to explode. He can also move back and forth in time and essentially move fast enough to break the literal fabric of time and space, and then move beyond it. Black Flash can also freeze time and cause all human life to stop briefly, but supernatural beings such as other speedsters can still function in a frozen world. Does the Black Flash have claws? The Black Flash does have sharp claws on his hands, and he can also use these claws as a weapon. Black Flash's claws are sharp enough for him to stab at his opponent in combat, and he can even use them to slash his opponents to at least injure them. Is the Black Flash immortal? Black Flash essentially works as an agent of death, and his sole purpose is to ensure that the bodies of dead speedsters are safely returned to the Speed Force. In this manner, his presence guarantees that the energy present within the speedsters returns to their original source at the time of their death. He plays a short yet crucial role in this process, and death itself safeguards his life and ensures he does not die by ordinary means. It's safe to say that he is blessed with immortality, but at the same time, he also has special powers that make him invulnerable to death. He certainly cannot die from infections, diseases, or any such other human ailments, and he also has the ability to deflect any attacks. He can vibrate his body at a particular frequency to ensure that any object directed towards him can phase through his body without causing him any harm. He also does not have any weaknesses, and he mostly acts as a bystander and does not actively seek out enemies or fights. Considering all these factors, it is safe to say that the Black Flash will be around for a very, very long time, and he is certainly in no imminent danger. What happens to Black Flash in the new movie? How is it different from the other versions? In the recently released Flash movie, Barry Allen's character travels to the past in order to save his mother's death, despite being warned about the consequences of messing with time. He eventually comes across Dark Flash in the time stream, who then knocks him into the physical world in the year 2013. While Barry is quite happy to be reunited with his parents, he ends up in the midst of General Zod's invasion and also learns that his actions created another alternate reality. Barry even comes across his own alternate version in this reality, and he even recreates the accident, which gives this alternate version his powers. Barry eventually realizes that he has caused a lot of damage by reversing his mother's death, and he then tries to stop this alternate version from creating more chaos. At this moment, the Dark Flash appears once again, and we learn that he is actually an evil future version of alternate Barry. Dark Flash has intentionally knocked Barry into the year 2013 so that Barry could recreate the accident that gave his alternate version powers. While Dark Flash and Barry fight each other, Dark Flash tries to kill Barry, but his alternate version jumps between them and sacrifices himself to save Barry. Since Dark Flash essentially kills his past self, he also ceases to exist in this new reality. This version of Black Flash, also known as the Dark Flash, was quite different from the original character. While Black Flash is typically introduced as a Grim Reaper for speedsters, this version of the character was seemingly a lot less powerful. The Dark Flash was essentially an evil future version of alternate Barry, and he didn't have any meaningful association with the negative Speed Force. Moreover, he was also killed off when his past self died, while Black Flash is depicted as an immortal entity. Fans can also see some similarities between the Flash movie as well as the CW series, wherein Savitar's origin story is similar to the way in which an alternate version of Barry turns evil and takes the form of Dark Flash. Moreover, Dark Flash's death after his past self was killed is similar to how Eddie Thawne sacrificed his life in the Flash series to erase his future descendant, Eobard Thawne, from existence. While the Flash movie did incorporate many references from the comics and television series, Black Flash's role in the film was quite different from any of his older story arcs, and it portrayed him in an entirely new manner. Conclusion. To sum it up, the Black Flash has quite an intriguing presence in the DC universe. And he also has some wonderful powers, ranging from his ability to match the Flash in terms of speed to his ability to manipulate time. He also plays a very precarious role as the embodiment of death itself, and he has most certainly captured the audience's attention. While he played a different role in the recent Flash movie, the Dark Flash has also appeared in the CW's Flash series, and we can't wait to see how DC incorporates him in future story arcs. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.